The Young and the Restless, Y and R, spoilers update for Monday, November 27, reveals that Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will be taken aback when she discovers an old photo of Eve Howard, Margaret Mason, under the pillow in her room. After Aunt Jordan, Colleen Zenk, sneaks up behind Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, and knocks him unconscious with a hammer, she'll visit Nikki and call attention to the IV that's back in her hand. Jordan will urge Nikki to rest since her family will be there soon, but Nikki will seem horrified over what Jordan has done to her. Of course, Jordan will put the blame on Nikki, since she clearly thinks she's righting some old wrongs with this plot. At the GCAC, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will seek answers from Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, regarding Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and Victoria Newman's Amelia Heinel vanishing act, but Nate won't know anything and will just end up bickering with Adam. Next, Adam will sit down with Sally's Spectra, Courtney Hope, who'll hear the news about Nate being Victor's traitor instead of Adam like the others expected. Sally will still be feeling conflicted about her steamy night with Adam, but she'll relent when Adam asks for a proper date where they simply live in the moment. This date will start off well enough, but Adam will blunder a bit when he mentions Common Newman, Judah Mackey, and how life-changing kids can be. That'll clearly remind Sally of losing her baby girl, but she'll assure Adam that she's fine and not that fragile. Even so, the date will be cut short since Sally will still seem like she needs more time to process everything. Adam will seem a little disappointed, but Sally will promise a rain check. Sally won't let Adam take her back to her room, since that could lead to things escalating between them, so he'll drop her off at the stairs instead. The evening will end on a hopeful note as Sally gives Adam a kiss goodnight. At the coffee house, Nate will bring Audra Charles, Zalika Silva, up to speed on Victor's fake dementia scheme and how it resulted in him getting fired. Audra will wonder if Nate has revenge plans, but he'll know better than to go up against Victor and will just plan to move on with his life. After Audra talks about having some other irons in the fire, she'll mention that there might be a place for Nate on her new team. Although Audra will hint about Nate being ruthless, he won't really agree. Audra will basically act like Nate's in denial about that before she sachets out of Crimson Lights and leaves him looking pensive. Back in Oregon, Claire Grace, Haley Erin, will bring Victor, Victoria, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, to the lake house, where the three of them will be given bottles of water while they wait for answers. Jordan will head to the living room wearing a sling and will offer an explanation on Nikki's seizure, which she'll claim to have witnessed. Once Jordan assures Victor and the others that Nikki was stabilized at the hospital, she'll suggest visiting hours are almost over. Victor will argue that they'll let him in, so Jordan will suggest they'll have to call a car service since her own vehicle's acting up. Nick, Victoria, and Victor will all guzzle their water bottles during this conversation, so Jordan will keep talking until she's satisfied with their consumption. Y and R spoilers say Jordan will eventually remove her sling and reveal that she's Eve Howard's sister. The Newmans will learn Nikki was never taken to the hospital since Jordan played an elaborate trick to get them all there. Jordan will rant about Eve loving Victor, who treated her like garbage and cast her aside. Since Jordan was estranged from Eve at the time of her demise, the sisters never got to patch things up, and Jordan will blame Victor for that. Although Nick and the others will seem like they're looking for an exit strategy, Jordan will make it clear that they're stuck there due to triple-locked doors and windows. Jordan will end up revealing that the water bottles were poisoned, so she'll gleefully anticipate lethal heart attacks and will think it'll be a pleasure to watch the Newmans die. Claire will also lead Colwyn as Monday's episode winds down, so Victoria will be floored to see her ex. After Claire hints about Cole being part of the family reunion, she'll call Victoria mother and add to the shock of it all. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victoria will get more details on why Claire was stolen from her as a baby soon, so stay tuned for updates on the whole ugly story. CDL is where you want to be for thrilling Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news, So make us your favorite Y and R hotspot.